Okay, so we're going to go over part A, and I want you to have your paper out so that you can be checking it. And so for number one, we had to drag two black mice to these parent places over here. And then we had to say what the offspring looked like. So I dragged two of those, I click breed. These are the offspring, the babies. And so I would just say what they look like. I would say they were all black. Now, some people wrote down they look the same. That does not actually answer the question. You have to say what the offspring themselves look like. You can't just say they look the same. The offspring themselves look black. And then they tell you that the phenotype is the appearance of each mouse. So essentially, we just did the phenotype. So we hit clear, we drag two white mice, we do the same thing, and we breed them. And now they just changed the question. What is the phenotype of the offspring now? Now it's worded different, but it's actually the same thing. And so at this point, we would say the phenotype of the mice is that we have white mice. Again, you can't say that the mice look the same. That doesn't actually tell you exactly what the phenotype is. The phenotype is white mice. All right. So number three, the biggest thing that I noticed on number three was, so far we've noticed that the offspring is looking like the parent. And the question is for three, do you think mouse offspring will always look like their parents? Many people said yes. Many people said no. But some folks skipped the explain part. And if you skip the explain part, it was just marked incorrect. You do have to take time to just explain why you think what you think. So if you did not do that, go back and do that. You're more than welcome to pause and just do it now. So then the next part, activity A, we have to click clear according to these directions. And it tells us to drag a black and a white mouse into the parent boxes, but don't click breed yet. So black here, white there. All right, so it says, what do you think the offspring of these two mice are going to look like? All right, so there's really not really a wrong answer. It's just what you think they're going to look like. Then two, it says click breed several times. Okay, did it three times. What do you see? I see that the offspring are always black. So that's what I need to be writing right there. So check your paper. Number three, observe, drag two offspring into the holding cages. Let me do that. Here's an offspring. Here's an offspring. All right, these mice are called hybrids because their parents had different traits. Click clear and then breed the two hybrids. So I click clear. So a hybrid, right? It had a parent that had black fur and a parent that had white fur. So this, even though we can't see it, I clicked show genotype. See here how it has a black fur gene, which stands for a capital F. You can see it appear right over here. And it's also got a white fur gene, which is shown with a little f. So it's a hybrid. It's got two different genes for fur color. So I did that and it says breed the hybrid. So I'm going to click breed. Okay, what do I see? I see that now there's a mixture of black mice, but there's also some white mice appearing now. So 4 says to click show statistics, click breed until there are 100 offspring. Okay, so here so far I've only bred them twice and I've got a total of 10. So I got to click breed till I get up to 100. All right, so I got up to 100 and it tells me how many offspring were black. So for me, that was 81. You might have a different number. You might have 75. This is probability, so we'll have different numbers. How many were white? Well, out of my 100, 19 of them were white. Okay, so then it says try combinations of mouse parents. Write the results of each experiment in your notes. When you have finished, answer the following questions. Now, here's important. Note, you can refer to the parents as pure black, pure white, or hybrid. So they give you three combinations. So they say, like, what two parents over here would yield only white offspring? Which parent's combination would yield only black offspring? Which parent combination yield a mixture of black and white offspring? So at this point, I am already realizing that let me write. I'm already realizing that two hybrid parents, right? So two hybrid parents will make black and white offspring. So for C, you can write two hybrids. Okay, that's one thing that can make black and white offspring. And I want to use the terminology they told me to use. I'm going to take these hybrids and maybe I want to use one of them here later. I'm going to click clear. The only way that you can get all white mice is by having two pure white parents. Because the only thing that makes white mice is getting two recessive white genes. So for A, I would write pure. Two pure white mice are the two parents who would make only white offspring. B, which parent combination yield only black offspring? So I'm going to click clear. Of course, I know that two purebred black parents, I'm going to grab these two pure mice, are going to only make black mice. So for B, I can say two pure black parents. But remember in the beginning of this, we saw another combination. Remember when we took a pure black and a pure white and clicked breed? Remember how it only made black? So for part B, not only do I have to say that two pure black parents would make only black offspring, but also a pure black and a pure white will only make black offspring. So I need to have both those listed for B. So the question is there any other combination that will make black and white offspring? So far we have written down two hybrids will. If I have a pure white mouse and I have a hybrid mouse, I can get a mixture of black and white. That's possible. Okay. So down here for C, I would also say another parent combination is a pure white with a hybrid mouse. What about a pure black with a hybrid? Some people put this down that this would give me black and white mice. But I just took a pure black, see the genotype over on the right, over here, two capital Fs, and a hybrid. Notice how I'm never getting white. So a pure black and a hybrid won't ever give me white mice. So if you put that down for C, you've got to erase that. Okay, so then you didn't have to do number 6. So that's all of part A, and I would expect that you would use this to correct your paper if necessary, and then go back and begin part B. Try to get finished up with this today if you can. Tomorrow there will be an answer key for part B, but I am going to be collecting your paper again today. I will be grading part B for sure. If you get all the way to part C, that's awesome. But I'm going to be grading part B today. So you have to get that far. And plus, I need you to go back and correct part A if you need to.